Hey, folks. Well, I was going to take you guys for a walk down there by the river, all along the boardwalk down there, as you can see back here. I was wondering actually if the boardwalk was going to be flooded. We've had a lot of snow melt and a lot of rain recently, and a lot of times it'll flood all the way up to where we're at now. It goes all the way down there, and there's a bit of a hill right here coming up. And this is a parking area too, but it'll flood all the way up here. And over here, you got the highway up here. I've seen it as far as about here. That's how far I've seen it during a flood. I've seen it that way one time. Anyways, not that flooded. So I was going to take you guys for a walk on the boardwalk, but the wind is not cooperating, and it's going to be a talkie-talkie, and you know how that's going to turn out. And you're barely going to hear me. So anyways, I'm down here, down by the river, but I'm going to jump back in the van and finish this off. Be right back with you, folks. Well, all right, folks, back in the van. Like I said, wanted to take you down the boardwalk here along the river. Very beautiful spot, but the wind is not cooperating. Believe it or not, I was out in a t-shirt all day. I'm serious. I was out in a t-shirt all day. Tomorrow's January, and I'm out here in a t-shirt. It was beautiful weather today. So I hung out with Mark a little bit afterwards and hit the bank, did some of my baking, got gas, and came down to the river because I figured, like I said, I'd do the boardwalk thing and be cool, a little talk along the boardwalk on the river. But the wind really kicked up and the temperature dropped. It got cold all of a sudden. So I decided to heck with this. We're going into the van. But I figured I'd talk to you about some of the hopefuls. We have the New Year's coming on, or the new year coming on. So I have my Vanlife New Year's resolutions. And number one, the big one for me would be solar. I decided I don't need a big, fancy solar system or unit. Pardon. But what I did notice on my travels out to I'm in Oklahoma, out to Ohio, that solar will make the trip a lot better and a lot more independent. I have the battery pack. I had no problem. But if it was during the hotter season and I had that van going all the time, I would have needed to charge that battery pack. I would have, which means either I have to, I don't have any friends out in Ohio. All I have out there is my ex. So I'd have to ask her, have my daughter plug it in overnight so that could charge, and I have the electricity, or I got to go to one of the parks and sit there for a few hours while it charges. So, instead of that, just having the panel up there, having the sun do its job and provide me with energy, make it much better and much more independent. And I think that's my number one big goal for this year. And number two is the travel. I do plan on a lot more travel. I mean, far travel, not just doing local stuff and everything, and sticking around here or just going to Ohio and back. And there are a few separate plans. Like I said, this channel can be a bit chaotic. It's not total chaos. I do have plans. It's just which plan is going to go into effect. And it depends on a few different circumstances. I mean, for instance, we don't know if COVID's going to go crazy again. We don't know if they're going to put us on lockdown again. We just don't know what they're going to do about that. We have a whole new administration coming in, and we don't know how they're going to want to handle this. Also, I'm going to have a travel buddy rolling with me, possibly, depending on if he still wants to do it, if the work schedule, this and that, all sorts of stuff there. It depends on that, where I go, how far I go, and so forth. And then there's the what I want to do, which is go coast to coast, and that is part of the Vanlife New Year's resolution, is to hopefully this year go coast to coast, If anything should happen to the Vanitarium and she's not going anymore, I really hope that I could have at least given her her last hurrah going coast to coast, you know. And number three is yeah, five. Number three is merch. I have two ideas for stickers. One of which is a picture my daughter drew me quite a while back, and I looked at it. I was like, I love it. And then I decided right there, I'm going to make this a sticker. I had to wait because there was no color added to it. It was on lined paper. So when I went back and visited, she redid it a little bit. But this time it was on regular paper, no lines on it, like a computer paper. And she added color. So now I could get the picture of it, get it sent, and get the stickers done. So that is something I want to do. Also, along with the merch, is hopefully like t-shirts, like maybe going to Teespring or something like that. I'm not entirely familiar with all this, but now that I got another computer up and running, that's good. Now I can start going over and tappity tap tap and learning about all this crap. So also, I'll be getting my that editing thing back. I'm just going to go for the lifetime membership on it. The heck with it. And not have to worry about that again. So, that's that. And just to keep this dang thing going. The channel-wise, obviously, I would love to see the channel continue to grow. And I would love to hit the 1,000 subs. I would love to get monetized. I would love all this, but it's not necessary. It would just be awesome to do. I mean, I did start this channel as just, recording so my kids could watch and see what I've done, so I could go to places that may not be there when they get older, and they can always look back. And then I started learning more about YouTube, and it turned into more and turned into more. And I'm like, ooh, I do want to get monetized. Ooh, I do want the 1,000. I do want this. I really like doing the YouTube thing. I enjoy it. And to me, it is a bit of an art form. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you get your editing tool and you start doing a whole lot of editing again. That's going to be fun. I enjoy doing that. So anyways, those are the plans for the channel. If it sounds cool, then stick around. Hopefully you'll watch. Maybe I can get out and about and meet some of you guys on the journey. We'll see what happens. I'm going to let this get going so it doesn't get too long. Oh, and one thing where the heck is that thing? It should be right here. Yes. Delight. By Homegirl Delight. I believe you're out in Nevada. Boom. Thank you for the card. Send me a nice Christmas card here. Greatly appreciated. And I just wanted to give you a quick shout out. Thanks, Delight. Very cool. Very thoughtful. That's going to be about it. So don't forget, always forward to the next adventure. The vlog is down.